Hi, today we are going to talk about privacy tips for your kids from some cyber and privacy professionals that happen to also be parents. My name is Kat Code, and I am a privacy consultant from Ontario, Canada. And we have a very special guest today, and he will introduce himself.
Hi everyone, it's Dominic Vogel from Vancouver, Canada, self-professed cybersecurity comedian.
And hi, I'm Jodi Daniels, privacy consultant in Atlanta, Georgia, representing the United States in our little trio here we got going on here. So we are going to talk about how we can protect our kiddos online. One of the very first ways to do that is with a strong password. If you're setting up the password, please make sure it is long, strong, characters, phrases, and teach your kids how to do this as well. Further, you might want to think about using some type of way to block kids from going to places that we know we don't want them to go to. There are a variety of different kinds of VPN tools, router blocking, pick your favorite one, but please pick something. And finally, there is a fabulous tool called Bark to help manage kiddos when they are on social media. So if they've posted something and we're really not sure they should have, it's going to alert us. It's kind of like, as Kat suggested earlier, like the tattletale, except via a tool. Now, I'm going to pass it back to Kat.
Awesome. All right. 3 more quick tips. So Instagram is a very public, open social media site. Unless you are selling something, your Instagram account should be private. And that goes for people who are older and people who are younger, because that can go viral and get shared very quickly. Next tip, how do you know if your kid is old enough to be online alone without being monitored? So when our kids are super little and we take them to the park, we stand behind the swings, and then one day we back up to the benches, and then one day your kid says, hey, can I go to the park alone? And you go, okay, do you know what to do if you're approached by a stranger? And do you know what to do if you get hurt? And if you can answer both those questions, then yes, you may go to the park alone. So if your child knows what to do if they are approached by a stranger online, and your child knows what to do if they see something or read something that is disturbing to them, then they can be online alone. If they can't do those 2 things, then you still need to be with them while they are online. And the last tip from me, which I am actually stealing from Brene Brown because she's awesome, is if you have especially older kids, because older kids will not think you're cool, if you are trying to guide your children in what they're watching with these influencers, always tell them your opinion instead of telling them what to do. So if your kids are obsessed with PewDiePie, who is not a great influence because he's done a lot of bad stuff, but he's also #1 on YouTube, you don't want to say, hey, PewDiePie is bad, don't watch him, because then your kid's going to be like, oh yeah, well, I am going to watch him. So instead, what you probably want to say is, oh, you're watching PewDiePie. You know what? I wouldn't watch PewDiePie because he makes me uncomfortable because he does a lot of mean things to people. And then you could give some examples if you have them. And that way your kids hear you, they hear your advice, but you're not telling them what to do. So those are my 3 tips, and we're going to turn to Dominic for 3 more tips.
Well, first of all, I really appreciate being the third wheel here. You know, this is really exciting, and the other thing too, special guest, yes, not third wheel. the other thing too is I've noticed with my my 10-year-old daughter is that if there's something I don't want her to do, I just say I think it's cool, and then she just stops doing it altogether. So that might be another little tidbit there, but a little reverse psychology for the for the parents. But for me, the first one is privacy settings. You know, if you think about, you know, whether it be social media platforms or whether it be even like your Windows 10 computer or PC as an example, so many people just don't take the time to look at the privacy settings. You know, most modern applications and modern operating systems do have quite a bit of granularity when it comes to privacy settings, but unfortunately those defaults aren't always that great. So it should be, unfortunately, it's incumbent on you as a parent to go through that with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that you're setting the right privacy settings. So hopefully one day, you know, by default, it will be there. But until then, you know, we need to make the best of what we have. The second one is what I'll refer to as almost as a clean desk type policy, you know, and be cognizant of what's going on in the background, you know, whether that be on social media posts with your kids, or if your kids are engaging in social media, make sure that there isn't anything that could be personally identifiable in the background, or something that could be used to find them. You need to be really clear. So just have a nice blank background, like good old Dom here has, just a boring TV. Plus, I have a teddy bear here for when my son walks in. The third one is being aware of applications that your kids are using. And Kat, you mentioned one like Instagram. I mean, there's so many applications out there right now, or apps, and whether that be TikTok, whether it be other apps, there's no shortage. So to your earlier point, I think being aware of what your kids are doing, even if they don't have a phone, even if they're just using your family tablet device, make sure you know what apps that they're using. Have those discussions before they install that app. Make sure that there's a password that only you know before they can install it. I think you brought up a really good point there, Kat. Just having a little bit of discussion, and I think goes a long way. So that's it for me from this rambling Vancouverite / cybersecurity professional. Very grateful for the two of you for allowing me to join this fiesta today.
Thank you. And so hopefully those are great tips. And if you have any other questions about privacy, cybersecurity, and your kids online, please post them below and we will be happy to help you out. Thanks.
Thanks for listening.